Martin's Memoirs, produced by Martin Beatty for family, friends, and self, just to remember where the heck I was and to have fun. All rights reserved. Any use of materials, opinions, or whatever wherein are sole ownership of Martin Beatty. Any use of materials derived from Martin's Memoirs is public domain, and I can't do anything about it, so enjoy.
Laredo, Texas, January 7th, 2023. You travel all this way, and at Taco Bell here, I'm only 3 or 4 miles away from Mexico. Most everybody at this Taco Bell is Hispanic. They like American tacos. Of course, it's modeled after Mexican food, but it's more American Mexican. You have to consider that you speak about authentic Mexican food, historically speaking. Along with the climate associated, you might not have sour cream. I mean, it takes refrigeration for sour cream. Refrigeration is a technology that probably wasn't available everywhere for everyone. Sour cream would really be sour cream. The following is just some public domain footage I found about Mexico. Footage Farm, the people that produced this video, specialize in public domain footage. I continue with my journey after this 7-minute clip. I have full respect and admiration for the people of Mexico and descendants. I am only trying to share with those who may be ignorant.
On the central plateau of Mexico, there stand many stately monuments to the advanced nature of its ancient civilization. This is the towering Pyramid of the Sun, one of the world's largest pyramids. Quetzalcoatl, the plumed serpent, was the great Toltec teacher. Under Quetzalcoatl and his subordinates, these civilizations were far advanced in art, surgery, and astronomy. The 12-foot calendar stone of the Aztecs was as accurate as calendars of today. Across this ancient culture, the Spaniards, bearing the cross, but more effectively the cannon, forced their way in the 16th century, a conquest symbolized by this Spanish-type building erected on a ruined pyramid. Today, the paved roads of the Spanish invaders remain, and bridges centuries old but usable. Aqueducts for carrying the precious water. Today, 3 types make up Mexico's population. This man is of pure Spanish ancestry. For 300 years, the Spanish ruled Mexico. This man is a mestizo, a mixture of Spanish and native Indian blood. The 3rd division of the population is of pure Indian stock. Of central importance in Mexico's story is the hacienda, or large land holding, into which the country was divided after the Spanish conquest. The landlords lived on one side, and on another side of the huge hacienda enclosure lived the Indian natives and mestizos who worked the lands for a share of the crop. In the big house lived the owner and his family. Close by was the chapel, where religious services were held. Daily, the workers labored in the broad fields, vast tracts which often included thousands of acres. However, in 1917, in the Chamber of Deputies, Mexico began to return some of the land to the farming people. Many of the huge holdings were divided. The Indian and the mestizo, who had long toiled for others, now had their own land to till and to receive from it the full reward of their labors. The huge plantations of the maguey plant, from which the popular native drink pulque is made, are reminiscent of the old hacienda system. Here we see one of a large number of workers approaching with his donkey to gather sap from the plants. In the center of the huge cactus-like arms of the maguey plant, the sap oozes out into a basin. The long gourd with one end open and a hole in the other provides an implement by which the worker draws up the sap. When the supply has been taken from the plant, it is carried over and emptied into one of the casks strapped to the back of the donkey. Many workers, even today, are employed on these large land holdings. The pride in possession of their own lands, however, is reflected in the home life of the workers. This mestizo housewife is drawing water for the evening meal. The typical adobe house construction is in evidence. A bed mat of coarsely woven grass stands by the door. While grandmother watches over baby, she does fine hand needlework. She uses the sewing machine only for coarser work, on clothing, for example. The evening meal will be much like others. Cakes or tortillas from cornmeal, ground as needed, will form a principal part. The Mexican housewife may spend as much as 6 hours daily grinding meal from corn on the metate, or grinding stone, the most important article of furniture in every rural household. Now, as the first wet corn meal is being ground to the proper consistency, the cooking fire is lighted. Baby's swinging cradle keeps him amused and off the earthen floor. Each handful of corn grains is first ground into coarse meal and finer on each regrinding. This household skill is a required part of the education of the Mexican girl, even as the tortilla or flat corn cake is a leading part of the diet of the typical Mexican family. Aside from the grinding stone and stove, the living and dining room presents few articles of furniture. The men folks spend their days in the open air working, so plain fare and simple furniture fit well into their scheme of life. Tortillas and beans called frijoles are nourishing and inexpensive. The thin tortilla can be folded easily about the frijoles, or a piece of it can be used as a spoon with which the beans may be scooped up. Baby can wait for his supper until his elders have finished. The typical day in the Mexican working man's home ends with the familiar strum of guitar and the melodious folk song.
I had to laugh. Just how creepy is this? It's dark around here. I sure don't hope I get kidnapped and become a sex slave. Geez, this walk's a lot easier when it's not 100 degrees out. Almost halfway there now. Usually a taco truck parked out here, but I stopped going there. That stuff goes right through me. I've ate there several times, but don't know. I don't know how good the meat is. It tastes real good, and it's awesome, but I know Taco Bell's probably got a little bit more food safety. Here's a chapel if you guys need any praying and don't want to go to hell. They do dot inspections here too, but I don't know. Probably works fine. I just don't want to count on it. Medical exams is what I mean. I don't want to go there and then find out, oh, my company doesn't think that that's good enough. So I go where they tell me. I've sat at these tables many a time just chilling. Oh, the door's not. Hola. Hola, thank you. Yeah. Good luck, dude. Oh, it's closed. Ain't that shitty. This morning I got some chicken wings from Pilot, but they didn't have any spicy ones, and I like the spicy ones. I don't know. The regular ones are just too plain. But it's probably worth it. I might as well go over here and see if they have any spicy ones left, because if they do, then they'll be cooked just the way I like them. A little extra. Yeah, they got spicy ones. A whole bunch of them.
Ok, entonces, aquí están los dos, ¿va? Va, gracias.
Can I get a 7 count of the spicy wings?
7 count spicy wings?
No, that's it. Gracias. Oh, walking back with a chicken wing in my mouth. These are good. At least there's not a lot of carbs and stuff. It's just protein. They had a whole pile of them. Usually they're sold out first. But everything's good, and I hope everything's going good for everyone out there. Because I got it going on. I got my chicken wings and I got my walking. I wish I had cash. I'd go to this taco truck, but I really don't want to trust them with my credit card. Hola. I just don't want to be woke up by a phone call from my bank asking me why I bought 600 copies of Mexican Man Thunder. It's not that I'm wary of Hispanic people. I mean, white people, black people, Hispanic people. There's always some shady characters no matter what color they are and where they're from. I just gotta protect me, so it's just best I try to use cash at places like that. I'm so far away from home, I don't want to have to shut off my debit card. That's happened before a couple times. But I got through it then, and I'll get through it again. Just don't want to deal with that. Well, I'm back at Pam, but I think I'm going to keep walking for a little bit. I was thinking, man, if there's an animal out here that smells me coming and comes after me, I got a whole pocket full of chicken wings. I'll just start running away chucking chicken wings. Maybe they'll go for the chicken wings and not my chicken wings. Well, I'm getting back in my cage. Good night, y'all.
That's all, folks.